Because when you're trying to differentiate, when you're trying to do something different, there's going to be that gut moment, that gut sense. Is this right? Is this not right? If you're not having doubt, you're not pushing the boundaries far enough.
Don't think about how do I get big fast. That will happen if you actually build something super meaningful and super important. So don't think about, what is the quickest way to success? Think about what is the best way to building something important that the world really needs.
One of the things I advise entrepreneurs to do is when you have an idea, a classic entrepreneurial impulse is to hold the idea close to you and not go tell people because, the idea is so special.
Right.
That's almost always a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a mistake because your actual real competitive advantage is not that you have this idea that you have locked away in your closet, which may or may not be accurate and you have no idea which it is. Your actual competitive advantage is if you're assembling the intelligence around, does this idea work? What is the right teams? What is the right learnings? And we're essentially in motion.
Welcome back, Wealth Tubers. We've got a major story today that's shaking up the tech world and the stock market. A new Chinese AI company called DeepSeek has made a stunning breakthrough, and it's causing U.S. stocks to plunge. The DeepSeek AI model is operating at a fraction of the cost of American tech giants like OpenAI and Google, and that's raising big questions about the future of AI dominance. Is this the beginning of a shift in global tech power, or is this just a momentary setback for the U.S.? Stick around as we dive deep into what this means for the future of AI, global markets, and the tech industry. Let's dive in.
NVIDIA fell hard this morning on the popularity of a new Chinese artificial intelligence advancement.
Let's talk about DeepSeek because it is mind-blowing and it is shaking this entire industry to its core. The emergence of DeepSeek now putting pressure on the U.S. tech names.
U.S. stocks dropped sharply and chipmaker NVIDIA lost nearly $600 billion in market value after a surprise advancement from a Chinese artificial intelligence company, DeepSeek, threatened the aura of invincibility surrounding America's technology industry. DeepSeek, a one-year-old startup, revealed a stunning capability. It presented a ChatGPT-like AI model called R1, which has all the familiar abilities, operating at a fraction of the cost of OpenAI's, Google's, or Meta's popular AI models. The company said it had spent just $5.6 million on computing power for its base model, compared with the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars U.S. companies spend on their AI technologies. That sent shockwaves through markets, in particular the tech sector. The tech-heavy Nasdaq plunged by 3.1% and the broader S&P 500 fell 1.5%. The Dow, boosted by healthcare and consumer companies that could be hurt by AI, was up 289 points, or about 0.7% higher. Stock market losses were far deeper at the beginning of the day. Meta said it would spend upward of $65 billion this year on AI development. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, said the AI industry would need trillions of dollars in investment to support the development of in-demand chips needed to power the electricity-hungry data centers that run the sector's complex models. A supporter of President Donald Trump and one of the world's leading tech investors called DeepSeek one of the most amazing and impressive breakthroughs I've ever seen, in a post on X. The stunning achievement from a relatively unknown AI startup becomes even more shocking when considering that the United States for years has worked to restrict the supply of high-power AI chips to China, citing national security concerns. That means DeepSeek was able to achieve its low-cost model on underpowered AI chips. Tech stocks tumble.
Yeah, John, we've got a bit of a tech sell-off this morning, and it's being caused by earth-shattering developments in the AI space. So let's take a look at this. Did you see the Dow down more than 140 points right now? The S&P solidly lower, but the real action is over here in the Nasdaq, 600 points lower, nearly 3%, on track for one of its worst days in the past 2 years. And
U.S. tech stocks got hammered. NVIDIA, the leading supplier of AI chips, fell nearly 17% and lost $588.8 billion in market value. By far the most market value a stock has ever lost in a single day, more than doubling the previous record of $240 billion set by Meta nearly 3 years ago. For perspective, NVIDIA lost more in market value than all but 13 companies are worth. NVIDIA began the day as the most valuable publicly traded stock on the market, over $3.4 trillion, after its shares more than doubled in each of the past 2 years. It ended the day in third place behind Apple and Microsoft. Meta and Alphabet, Google's parent company, were also down sharply. Nvidia competitors Marvell, Broadcom, Micron, and TSMC all fell sharply, too. Oracle, Vertiv, Constellation, NewScale, and other energy and data center companies tumbled. That dragged down the broader stock market because tech stocks make up a significant chunk of the market. Tech constitutes about 45% of the S&P 500. The bottom line is the U.S. outperformance has been driven by tech and the lead that U.S. companies have in AI, an analyst said. The DeepSeek model rollout is leading investors to question the lead that U.S. companies have and how much is being spent and whether that spending will lead to profits or overspending. A series of tech companies reporting earnings kicks off, so their response to the DeepSeek stunner could lead to tumultuous market movements in the days and weeks to come. In the meantime, investors are taking a closer look at Chinese AI companies. Chinese tech companies, including new entrants like DeepSeek, are trading at significant discounts due to geopolitical concerns and weaker global demand. DeepSeek's rise could spark renewed investor interest in undervalued Chinese AI companies, providing an alternative growth story. A massive rotation out of AI bets. The news also sparked a huge change in investments in non-technology companies on Wall Street. Energy companies had been traded up significantly higher in recent years because of the massive amounts of electricity needed to power AI data centers. Constellation Energy, the company behind the planned revival of the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant for powering AI, fell 21%. Competitors like Vistra fell 28% and GE Vernova was down 21%. Futures for natural gas, used to power electricity generators, tumbled 5.9%. Oil fell more than 2%. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies also tumbled. Is this for real? One achievement, albeit a gobsmacking one, may not be enough to counter years of progress in American AI leadership. And a massive customer shift to a Chinese startup is unlikely. So the market sell-off may be a bit overdone, or perhaps investors were looking for an excuse to sell. Time will tell if the DeepSeek threat is real. The race is on as to what technology works and how the big Western players will respond and evolve. Markets had gotten too complacent on the beginning of the Trump 2.0 era and may have been looking for an excuse to pull back. The industry is also taking the company at its word that the cost was so low. Thanks for watching, WealthTubers. That was a look at how DeepSeek, the shocking Chinese AI advancement, is sending U.S. stocks plunging. What do you think this means for the future of global tech? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.